Hello! I am not here for a super long time today, but a little bit. I wanted to continue the Scarlet Hollow run that Pengu and I were doing on Sunday. We got through chapter 1 and 2 with our powerful build and street smart run. So I was thinking I might be able to get chapter 3 done today. We'll see. I did save my game. We're going to continue. I don't think we want a recap. Basically, we got the kids out of the mine, but Rosa had her leg hurt. Both Duke and Gretchen are alive, and I'm kind of trying to get Tabby to like us. So here we are. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as your eyes flit open. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. Oh yes, also, why did I not do my little content warning thing? I'm supposed to do it. Content warnings are a thing for Scarlet Hollow. So you managed to survive your second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. Let's take a shower. Like, the bathroom is gross, but it's not that gross. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Did I start actually romancing anybody in this run? I don't think this run had a romance yet. Who should I think about? Well, let's think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Okay, well, let's see what's happening. There are 2 of them now. You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. Please get out of my dresser. The large opossum hisses. The small opossum joins in. They bare their many teeth at you in unison, attempting to frighten you away from what is clearly their territory. Okay, we're not going to pet the opossums. Maybe we are. Against your better judgment, you reach out to the opossums, hand outstretched. Yeah, okay. They do the thing. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Maybe now they'll leave your dresser and return to nature where they belong. No, they won't. Sadly, they will not. Let's look out the window. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. You turn back to the guest room. Let's check the closet. Every time you see the doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? I mean, it's a creepy doll, so it probably has. It's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Well, let's message our group chat. You pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Right, let's head downstairs. It's time to start our day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress-eating ice cream for breakfast. Let's see. Oh. Hi, I'm Pips. Good morning, I'm Janie, just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Pips. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Go lurky mode. Thank you for lurking. Have fun with audiobook. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha what with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Okay. Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. She's lucky that's all they had to take. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Okay, let's see. They had to take the little girl's foot? Jesus, Tabitha, you're not mincing words. What, you'd rather I sugarcoat what happened? You'd rather I say, unfortunately, they weren't able to save the leg? That kid was brave, and she was horrifically punished for it. Sparing the grisly details does her a disservice for our own comfort. Now, shall we go, or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Yay, cousin bonding time. I'm actually looking forward to spending some time together outside of a life or death situation. Ooh, she might actually like me. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Pips, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. I'd love to chat, but I'd hate to interrupting your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course, feel free to swing by the church any old time. Daniel and I are always there, except when I'm working, of course, but Daniel's usually there regardless. All right, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. All right, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh, I gotcha. We're picking up tea. Yeah, I'm picking up tea. Why are you saying it all weird? You wink at her. Did you think I was taking you with me to buy drugs? I'm picking up normal tea. For drinking. I'm just pulling your leg. Yeah, I knew that. Obviously, I knew that. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Let's see. True strength is not being afraid to show when you're struggling. The only people who think it's admirable to show a soft underbelly are those who have been lucky enough to not wind up with a dagger in their heart. One day, that luck inevitably runs out, Pibbs. We're burning daylight. Come on already. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Pibbs, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Let's just remain silent. Be civil while we're gone, Miles. Miles rolls his eyes. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Let's see if I can listen in. You find a subtle spot near the door to listen in. The walls to the tea room are surprisingly thick, and you can only make out snippets of the conversation. I know it. Longer. Short notice. Aren't easy to come by. Is there enough? Just fine. Make sure this is all. Not keeping it. You only have one. Plenty of times. Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announces another patron. Or in this case, another 2 patrons. Well, you've never seen the man besides Duke before, but whoever he is, he's big. If it ain't Pibbs. Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. He was there with Stella that night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. How's Birdie doing? Oh, she's hanging in there. Too bad there's no vet in town anymore. Not that I'm certain a vet could do her much good. We got her comfortable at least. We got her set up in a closet with a heat lamp. Been trying to feed her all her favorite foods, scrambled eggs and whatnot, but she hasn't been too interested. At least she's not out in them woods. Things have gotten worse. I did hear whispers about what happened up in the mines last night. So sorry to hear about poor little Rosalina. Scarlet How ain't so safe this week, it would seem. How have you been? Are you hanging in there? Oh, I can't complain. Now that we know what's been getting at the chickens, them things won't so much as step foot on my property. Not with Bo and me watching the perimeter with our shotguns at the ready. We even set the missus up with her pistol. Good thing we was watching. Nearly caught Julius trying to make off with Big Betty. As if he could have carried off a nearly 2,000-pound pumpkin on his own. I'd almost love to see him try. It's not like we'll be taking her to the state fair anyway. Now, all she's good for is making the world's largest pumpkin pie. Don't think Mama has a tin big enough for a Big Betty-sized pie, Daddy. Let's ask all these questions. Who's Julius? Julius Tremaine. He practically spits the name. Some cousin, however many times removed there. I don't claim him as kin. He owns the farm next to ours, except he doesn't seem to have a good grasp on whose property is whose. Thinks he owns half our land, always sneaking around and taking vegetables we planted. Of course, the way he tells it, we're the ones stealing from him, saying he's the one putting seeds in the ground. He's a miserable old cuss, and he knows it too. Stealing vegetables born to other folks' hard labor is probably the only joy he has in life. Big Betty is a pumpkin? Sure he is. Probably would have taken home at least a few ribbons at the state fair this year, maybe even a world record if we were lucky. Oh well, my hens are more important. We'll just have to grow an even bigger one next year, Daddy. Land's been good to us. We sure grow 'em big out in the Callaway farm. Yeah, no kidding, see Bo. Those things we saw on Monday are apparently called ditchlings. They're supposed to be a bad omen. Ditchlings? Sounds like some old folktale. Suppose that suits 'em. As for being an omen, I believe that too. But I suppose there's not much to be done if they're forewarning some kind of disaster besides looking out for me and mine. Still, I appreciate you telling me, Pibbs. Have you seen any of them around your farm? Yeah, we saw a few of those critters. They got scared off before I could start shooting. Nasty little buggers. We'll all be losing sleep making sure we can keep an eye on things. It's even rubbing off on the hens. None of the little ladies have been laying this week. You know, Daddy, I bet some big mastiff could keep them things away. This seems like just the kind of job for a guard dog. Now, don't you start again. We ain't getting a dog. I got enough mouths to feed, and as much as you say you'll take responsibility, I know it'd be me cleaning up after it. Besides, I don't have much faith in those things would be stopped by a dog. I saw more than a few in that nest. Nice seeing you, Duke. It was a pleasure running into you, Pibbs, but we'd best get on with our shopping. Can't spend too long away from the farm, what with those little devils running around. Can't leave Mama all by herself up there for very long. You have a good one. Hope Scarlet Hollow treats you better from now on. It was nice meeting you, Pibbs, and please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her Mama. They shuffle off into the aisles. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. If y'all want, you can swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan? I think I'm good. Just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at library. Your phone buzzes one last time. This is Isaac's from the mine. You gave me your number yesterday. I'm out behind the diner if you want to talk. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Let's go meet... Well, let me save. And then let's go meet up with Isaac's. You probably have time to slip off and hear what Isaac's has to say before Tabitha even knows that you are gone. That is the goal. You hold the bells on the door to the general store, quieting them while you make a silent exit. You find Isaac smoking out by the dumpster behind Winnie's diner. Thought you weren't going to show. Don't have a lot of time. What did you want to tell me? Good. I don't have a lot of time either, especially to spend talking to you. I put two and two together. I know you're related to the boss, and the other guys are all riled up. They're talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they'd think I'm some kind of scab. But none of them will listen to me, especially now. They've all got bigger things to worry about than a single missing miner. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know, just ask. What kind of action are people talking? Isaac glances around nervously. They're talking about a strike, but you didn't hear it from me. Wayne's not missing. You keep running into him. But why wouldn't he come tell me he's all right? Where is he staying? Why is he hiding from everybody? It just doesn't sound like him. I'm not sure the man you think is Wayne is really him. He's all goopy now. I think there's something wrong with him. Something medical. Goopy. Jesus, I hope he's getting treatment. Maybe that's why he's been distant. Oh, wait. I want to... hang on. Load. Auto. So these were not explores, so you can only see one of these. I don't think he's all right. There's something going on with him, medically. Medically? Jesus, I hope he's getting treatment. Maybe that's why he's been distant. Okay, so it's about the same, but less goopy. Okay. Why would he be following me? Damn if I know. I didn't even know you existed until yesterday. I suppose Tabitha could have told him about you, so maybe he's trying to get someone close to his ex. Seems like a pathetic move to me, but relationships change people. Maybe even a man like Wayne can be broken by someone like her. Did anything happen to him at the mines? Find any weird stuff? Uncover anything that wasn't meant to be uncovered? No, I don't think so. The few shifts he was picking up were all above ground, mostly operating machinery. Pretty cushy stuff, to be honest. Do you think Tabitha did something to him? Yes, I do. That, or maybe Perlan. I don't know what it would be, but something happened up at that house. The week it went down, everyone was so up in arms about Miss Perlan's death, almost nobody cared about the fact that some transplant miner had gone missing. Oh, okay. Let's try some of these. Did anyone think there might be a connection? What, like he had something to do with the death? No, absolutely not. Heard it was natural causes. Died in her sleep. She was old and a smoker. Figured her lungs finally gave up on her. If anybody did anything, it was that family doing something to him. Okay, so let's see. We are going to look at I think just some of the other options. Do you know how Perlan died? Heard it was natural causes. Died in her sleep. She was old and a smoker. Okay. Figured her lungs finally gave up on her. Okay, so that's... I know this is not, like, the most exciting, but... but I'm trying to get, like, all the things. What do you know about Perlan? Not much. I know she died in her sleep. It was all anyone could talk about until yesterday. Now we've got new problems. Nobody has any time to worry about Wayne. Okay. I think there is... like one... Yeah, let's ask him what is... Do you have any theories? I figured he was dead. I guess I'm not so sure now that you say you've seen him. But sure, you could say I got a couple of theories. Maybe Tabitha tried to break it off, he didn't take it well, and it ended in him getting offed. Or an ex of hers got involved and offed him out of jealousy. Could be he stole his jacket, and that's who you've been seeing. I hope he's just wandering around, like you say, but I'm not convinced. Okay, I think I like this version. What was he like? He was a light-hearted kind of guy, always joking around on the job. Amazing fellow to grab beers with. Not keen on doing hard work, so it wasn't too strange when he barely picked up any shifts once the relationship started. I'm sure he saw her as a bit of a meal ticket, so maybe he wasn't too smart. But he was a good friend. Closest one I had. This was helpful, thanks. Isaac sighs, taking one last long drag of his cigarette. I appreciate you coming by to talk. I can't say I'm happy with what you've told me, but I'm glad somebody's looking into this. Seems like everybody else was perfectly happy to sweep it under the rug. Isaac tosses his cigarette butt. Goes without saying that you better not go telling anyone we talked. And if you see him, or whoever it is pretending to be him, tell him his buddy's worried about him, all right? Isaac heads back inside, and you find yourself alone again. Let's go back to the general store. You make it to the entrance of the general store just as a furious Tabitha leaves. Oh, there you are. I thought you'd run off again. What were you doing? I am very tempted to tell her about the mine, about the strike. Let's try it. Your miners are about to strike. You're welcome. Are you serious? On top of everything else I have to deal with? Who told you? Say nothing. You remain silent. Fine, fine. Thank you for telling me. Ooh, achievement unlocked. Thank you for telling me, Pibbs. It's good to know your loyalty lies with your family. This is going to be hell, but at least now I know it's coming. Can start looking into temporary workers tonight. Maybe some negotiators. I was hoping you would get to spend a little time together this morning, but I have to stay ahead of this. I'll see you after work. Stay out of trouble. Okay, so now that I got that achievement, I would like to go back to my save, because I do want to actually spend time with her. Let's talk about a cat. There was a cat outside. I wanted to pet it. Sorry, I came out swinging like that. I'm just stressed. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us some sodas. We can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone can walk up and start talking to me. Okay, so let's do a save. And, yeah, so we have this kind of like... I'm going to have this branch, and then this is going to be the... shit. Did I just overwrite things? Fuck. Fuckity fuck, fuck, fuck. Load. I hate this, the load, it's so hard to tell the difference between the load screen and the save screen. Or at least for me, right? So that, like, you just keep getting them. That is not what I'm trying to do. Okay. Because I don't actually want to tell her it's Isaac's. Okay, so now I can go and have 2 saves. Alright, load this one. That's the one where we go hang out. I'll do the other save off stream because I do want to know, like, what happens in the other stream, like in the, you know, in the situation where she knows about the strike. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on a quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? And here I thought the estate was your secret lair. Estate is my non-secret lair. Everyone knows I live there. Nobody knows about this place except now you, I guess. Now come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. It's like a vacation, but not actually a vacation. I bet she just comes here when she wants to, like, hang out where floor doesn't have holes in it. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. Do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you've visited other places, right? No, before I took over, Pearlin was too busy to take me anywhere. Then, when she retired and I became head of the company, I wound up in the same boat. It's not like anyone can fill in for you when you run everything. I'd like to go to the Outer Banks one day, but I guess that'll have to wait until I retire. If I ever do. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. Why do you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. I can imagine just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life. Wow, Tabitha's a bank teller. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Pearland drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, the entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about running off. Yeah. Who cares if the town falls to ruin? Why is it your responsibility? It's my responsibility because that's the way the chips fell. If you're trying to say that it's not fair that the town is my responsibility, sure. That's not inaccurate. But life doesn't care about fairness. If I were to just leave and the town collapsed without me, wouldn't that be unfair to everyone who came to depend on our family? You've given this a lot of thought, haven't you? I have. Tabitha quietly takes another sip of her soda. Okay, I don't want to drink any of that tea. Ooh, okay. I have to ask that street smart question, but I am not gonna keep it, I think. I just want to know what happens. I took a peek into the older part of the estate. Our family used to be a lot bigger. You what? Unbelievable. I specifically told you not to go there. Does the word danger mean nothing to you? Actually, I take that back. I very much believe you went there. You consistently do things that you shouldn't. I'm glad you've at least started letting me in on your little plans. But I disagree. There used to be a lot more Scarlets. But I digress. There used to be a lot more Scarlets. But now it's just us. Okay. So that was... Okay. That was not necessarily... not necessarily anything that we need to. Okay, let's see. Mm. Can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Pearlan and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Edie, ran the mine before Pearlan. Then Pearlan took over. And now here I am, following in their footsteps. What was Grandma Edie like? Did you know her? Tabitha's quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. The past couple of generations were all women. That's just how the cards fell. I would never let some stranger jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. I read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have any of it memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness. Then she died having our moms. And I think Grandma Edie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. What was Pearlan like? Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities, night and day from what I've heard. Pearlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. How did she die? Sleep apnea. Okay, let's leave that. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. I'm sorry, that must have been really hard for you. Yeah, I don't really think about it. If he didn't want anything to do with me, his loss. What do you think of Silas and those other old-timers? It's complicated. They built the town, they built the mine. They're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead. They've been dead a long time. I can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. That's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? What I can't believe is that I'm actually almost enjoying it. What do you really think of me? I'm glad you're here. Please don't make me say anything more than that. It's degrading for both of us. What kind of things did Pearlan tell you about me and my mom? It doesn't matter what she told anyone about you. She's dead, and in a few days we're gonna bury her in the ground. You're a better person than you let on. ... I'm not a good person, Pims. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him? Reese? Oh yeah, the dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, smelled kind of weird. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something? I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. I gotta know, what's the deal with you and Stella? We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spent all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and anyway, Pearland didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Pearland made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. Are you two exes? We're ex-somethings. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Tibbs. Okay. What do you think of Oscar? I think he's doing a bad job raising his kid. Take last night, for instance. She has way too much freedom. And look how that turned out for her. What do you expect from someone who had a surprise baby at 19? Plus, I have my own library, not that I have time to read anymore. Okay. What do you think of Avery? Who? Avery works at the diner, wears plant shirts. I have no idea who you're talking about. She has no idea who you're talking about. Okay. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Why did you hire Janie? Pearland hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. The police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Okay. Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Yeah, sorry. It's a sore spot for me. Okay, boundaries respected. Thanks. Are you coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there, but so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. Somebody's popular. It's Mayor Jimmy Day? Ugh, what a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Kinda nervous. Oh God. There's the Karenest of all Karens. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't pressing charges. Becca, ugh, Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy's advocating for you. My husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to that mine was actually secured. There'll be hell to pay, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. The woman storms off just as quickly as she stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Excuse me. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. I guess let's go to the library. I just need to make sure that everything is working. Alright, let's do a content warning again. And also these things, because why not? We do things. You enter the library alone. It is busier than usual. A small crowd has formed in a corner of the main foyer. Hey, Pibbs. Hey. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Pibbs to the mayor for the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. You haven't met the serious man by his side, but you have to assume that he's the mayor's handler. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scritches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? I was so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature, and all my friends, and Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm going to have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Kanika is quick to follow. It's hilarious. Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Pibbs? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I doubt Pearl Ann's in a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. Yeah. People in town seem to think there's something wrong with you. Oh, are they calling me creepy again? I've heard some folks like to tell little jokes like that. Folks in this town sure have an interesting sense of humor. But it's really funny. Anyway, I just thought I'd offer to lend an ear if you ever need to talk through your feelings about Pearl Ann's passing, Or your mother's passing, for that matter. Thanks for the offer, but I'm fine. Even after everything that happened last night? Not to doubt your resolve, but I know I would need to do some serious praying to work through the emotions for something like that. Heck, I had to pray over it anyway, and I wasn't even there to witness it. Well, if you ever feel like you're struggling and could use a good listener, you know where to find me. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Pibbs. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Oh my god, poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's gonna feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. We're here for you, man. Thank you, all of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taking my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd have been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the beds. So I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place and Mayor Jimmy Day's happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. It's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are gonna have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. So it's you lurking, and I am watching, and I think... Yeah, I mean, Wednesday. It's not even that Wednesday is a rough evening. It's that it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, right? So people are on vacation and doing stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I think people are just mostly busy and kind of, yeah, you know, like I am not on vacation, but I think a lot of people are. And still doing family stuff and traveling and whatever, so, you know. Hey, you know, like, yeah, I did not have any visitors for the holiday. And the boyfriend went home on the 19th, so. Well, right, but you both, like, Bean goes to school and you work at a school, right, so. I would imagine vacation goes until at least, like, what, the 3rd? But, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple... Okay, wait, I read this already. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. Don't worry, Oscar. We'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it. Tonight. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no, you're gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. Wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear? Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he found so many. I think he just really wants people to like him, but he comes off as desperate. It's a vicious cycle. When you put it like that, his whole situation is kind of sad. Even if that's the case, it doesn't mean I have to like him. Whatever his deal is goes a step beyond trying too hard to get people to like him. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. It's exactly how I would describe it too. I bet that Sybil did something to him. That's my theory. The whole town feels the same way now that I think about it. He must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool. I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Yeah, I'm gonna not tell them about Tabitha. All right, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. So, looking at here, like there's no visible ditchlings that I'm seeing, no kind of like nothing weird. Just, this house and another house over there. Okay. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon and feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey, Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Pibbs, right? I heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I get all the Pibbs updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd showed up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer us up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Pibbs? Are you coming in? Oh, sure. Might as well. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. Made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to a disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Oh, this room is neat. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from the piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately and haven't been cleaning much. Do you need us to sneak you out of here? This place feels like a prison. Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Your company is plenty. It's so nice to have living people down here for a change. You know, we'd visit more if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt in that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body's pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Okay, there's a lot of explorers here. Alright. Let's find out what's going on. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? Doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Oh, Puka, have you not watched me or Pengu play through Chapter 4? We get to find out new things about Reese in Chapter 4. Ooh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it in this stream because, well, yeah, no, because I have to go by 10. But, I have recordings, so does Pengu. But also, I will probably, let's see, it's Wednesday, right? If I get home from the escape room early enough, oh, yay! Excellent, excellent, good, because it's been on sale and the price is going up in January. But definitely play through many different iterations. I am, this is my seventh run. But yeah, if I get home early enough from the escape room, I'll probably do Chapter 4 tomorrow. And if not, at some point on Friday. Yay! I want to see you stream it, because you do the best voices. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective of what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Okay. He does not know Tabitha. Your whole situation gotta be rough. Sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. Ha! You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. ... You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I've left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna not, like, pry into his medical history. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing, but I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Yeah, okay. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Let's see, does she catch my lie? I already washed them. I don't care. Wash them again. Oh, okay. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. Feels out of place, like you accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Do I have any other options? I know that if I have the mystic trait, I actually have the option to not open the door. Or to not try to open the door. Nope. Only if you're mystic. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, I'm just cleaning this doorknob. Dr. Kelly narrows her eyes with suspicion. Worry less about cleaning my doorknobs and more about cleaning your hands. Come on, everyone's waiting on you. I hate that my only option here is to return to the door. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eye and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. It's a position of authority where her height gives her a vantage point over everyone else. No one at this table does anything without her noticing. Almost feels like, despite the presence of your friends, this is strictly a conversation between you and the doctor. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he is seated between the two of you rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded, not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. Noted, but she won't do anything about it. Her son will remain in the dark. Yeah, so I could, point out that I think she's poisoning him. And we can just, talk. I guess let's... It must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Ow, jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Don't you find your son's art concerningly macabre? Dang, Pibbs. Didn't you get what art is about? It's the whole appeal. It's okay, Kanika. I know my stuff isn't for everyone. I don't think that was a stylistic judgment, more of an accusation, from someone who wandered into the holler a couple of days ago, but already thinks he knows enough to psychoanalyze everyone in town. If his art upsets you, you can always leave. You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy, even if bad things have happened to them. I guess living in denial is a kind of happiness, sure. Let's just stop talking to her, because this is... You remain silent, quietly picking at the store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, I was wondering if we could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Pibbs is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're already overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave, please. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. This is creepy. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night before you had that seizure? It was kind of like you were hypnotized. I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word for it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on bad vibe Pibbs got. Did either of you get the impression that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. Can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she would have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. So, 1 ditchling, 2 ditchlings, 3 ditchlings, 4 ditchlings. Is 4 it? Are there more? I think 4 is all we've got. Yeah. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Can't help but feel like you're about to walk into a slasher movie. You run through a mental list of everyone who's joining you, trying to figure out if you'd make it to the end. Oh my god. Oh my god. Seriously? So you've just like watched us go through the ghost hunt every time? That's hilarious. That is super hilarious. Well, she and I did a read through of this chapter 1 and 2 with like voices together. So that's definitely has a VOD up. Okay. People in horror movies usually die because they don't fight back, or because they run away after tripping someone instead of delivering a finishing blow. Yeah, I streamed for like 9 hours on Sunday, in two 4.5 hour chunks. Okay, you won't make that mistake. Let's enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadow deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Yeah, I had nothing else to do on Christmas, so I streamed. And Pengu joined me. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we're hopefully get this all sorted out. Yeah, I mean, it's like when people have Christmas things happening, there's stuff to do on Christmas, and not so much for me. Oh, who is... Somebody's talking to me. Okay. All right. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying, and after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. I don't know what a parabolic microphone is. Y'all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. Like aliens. This whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Hopefully not a death trap. It's not like anyone's died. Yet. I keep forgetting that this is the run where Duke doesn't die. Oh, parabolic mic picks up audio in a specific shape. Okay, so like a parabola? Why? Like, why does that... You know what? Like, I'm gonna Google because... Okay, hang on. Parabolic microphone. A parabolic microphone is a microphone that uses a parabolic reflector. Okay, so it's got like a dish to collect and focus sound waves into a transducer. Okay, so it's basically like yeah, so it's got like it's kind of like a radar dish, right, with a microphone-y part. So I guess it is just very good at picking up really quiet sounds. So it focuses the sounds and then you can hear them better, I guess. Okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I'm gonna forget your promise, Stella. I cannot do a stoner teenager voice for the life of me. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I am desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back. Follow me. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. Looks like the sun has almost set. This is when stuff actually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey. You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. No cousin yet. If she's coming, she will come. But I didn't tell anybody I invited her, so... My goal here was to be nice enough to Tabitha that she, takes the years instead of me. But I don't know if I actually have a good enough relationship. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina. I'm gonna let Oscar handle it. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. You've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay, you can come along, but if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. Y'all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. Yeah, that's it's one of those unicorn tapestry paintings. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! What the hell are you doing here? Pibbs invited me along. Have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Pibbs, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? What? I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah, so what? It's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Pibbs, do you have any idea how hard it is to get those two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. Yeah, so Pengu and I have a theory that Sybil is actually, mind-whamming Kanika to have a problem with Tabitha. I don't know why, but I think she totally is. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. Wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? Yeah, no, Sybil is creep-fucking-tastic. And also we learned some things about that in chapter 4. I'm periodically eating pistachios, which is weird on stream, but they're delicious. So, okay. So does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. The rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. I love that he takes a picture of, like, nothing. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Ghost is just scared because I'm here. You know it doesn't stand a chance. I didn't realize muscles were supposed to be some sort of paranormal deterrent. There are if you're Pibs. Maybe it's chill. I know if I were a ghost, I'd be mad chill. If you saw what I've seen, I don't think you'd be saying that. That's an interesting point, though. What if ghosts usually are friendly and they're only terrifying because they don't know how to be anything else? Yeah, like, I know if I were a ghost, I'd just vibe, but what if my vibes were bad and I didn't know it? I shudder to think of the possibilities. What did you rope me into, Pibs? Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Oh, hey, look, a bloodstain. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own the house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with the carpets. I'd rather scrub ghost blood out of it every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing up the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Plus, there might be something written under there, in blood. Oh, Stella. Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Oh, hey. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish-brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch! A hidden hatch! This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. You all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Okay, and the painting is missing. Like, I do not understand. You don't understand this. Why is the painting missing in the, like, weird ghost version? You come to an Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. Yeah, so, like, everything else is the same. But the picture that was down is in this version just gone. Ghosts can't render it? I guess, I mean, I don't know. Are unicorns, like, supposed to be very anti-ghosts or something? It's a picture of, you know, the unicorn tapestries? It's like, it's a tree, and there's a unicorn under the tree and, like, a little fence around it in a weird garden. That's, you know what? You're not wrong. Well, fuck. Fuck monkeys. This is true. There is a lot of, like, weird, like, goat and unicorn symbology in this game, too. Alright. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. Makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Caprine, friends? What's a caprine? Is that like... Oh, I'm sorry. Goats, sheep. Oh. Goats and sheep. Huh. Medieval goats were how unicorns were pictured. Yeah. Yep. I gotta, okay, so hang on one sec. I want to do a thing. Make this visible. Make this visible. Okay. Unicorn tapestry. Yeah, right. So, like, this is the... Like, this is the what that painting is. Like, it's a print of this. So it's very much a goat kind of unicorn. Okay, but that's not how scapegoats work. Scapegoat is the goat that escapes, not the goat that actually is doing anything. Although it's not there, so I guess maybe that is what's happening. But yeah, so it's very much like a goaty unicorn, right? It's got a beard and, like, not at all a horse's tail. Like, they only really became, related to horses, like, way later. Ah, okay. I wasn't sure like what that was other than eyes and like a beak nose or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's let me hide that grid again. Anyway, I wanted to pull that up because like, you know, hey, medieval tapestries are my jam. Anyway, oh, you might be entertained by this. I finally managed to remember that I want to take weaving classes at Webb's, like at the same time that they actually had a scheduled class planned with spots open in it. Like, I've been trying to do that for the past, I don't know, 5-6 years. So I finally registered, so I'm going to do their beginner weaving class in April. It's like 2 full weekends, Saturday, Sunday, like 9 to 5 both days, and then the next weekend as well. I'm so excited. But I figured it was arts and crafts, so you might appreciate it. Okay, I can see the Muppet face. Muppet face makes sense. All right, so how did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? It's not cheap. I have never actually taken a class there. But like I'm not gonna take their knitting classes or whatever because like I'm pretty good at that. But their weaving, on the other hand, their weaving, because like I have a loom. It's not mine. It's a friend's, but she doesn't want it back. And I've made a scarf once, but I'm not very good at it. So yeah, gonna try to learn how to really like plan the projects and do the warping a little bit better, because that's the part that I'm sort of no good at. Like the weaving itself is whatever, back and forth. It's getting it well warped and stuff. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I've made a bunch of belts because I do tablet weaving and like inkle loom weaving, but I have a rigid heddle, and I think the class is for a harness loom, so very excited. I can totally teach you tablet weaving. I am much more familiar with double turn, which is the kind that gives you a reversible. So if you've got like, you know, white design on blue, the other side is blue design on white. I'm not as good at the stuff where you like thread in a pattern, because that's a lot later period and I do it for like medieval nonsense. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you need 2 C-clamps, a deck of playing cards with a hole, like a hole punch, not the 3-hole punch, but like a single hole punch. Something to use as a shuttle, like piece of cardboard, and string. You just need to make sure that you have something that won't stretch and something that won't pill. So you want like mercerized cotton, or you know what works really, really well? You know, if you've seen them in like Michael's, there's these like, they're sort of like this big bobbins. I think it's like pearl cotton or something. Like that is perfect because it won't pill, it won't stretch, it won't be like hell to work with. Yeah, it's like it's the stuff that people crochet kippas out of, or doilies probably too. But yeah, if like we could, if you want to at some point get together and have like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours, we can absolutely, yeah, it does. We can absolutely get you set up. And that's the thing, is 2 C-clamps is all you need, because you just clamp them down and you run your string in between, and you don't need any other kind of loom. other looms are nice and helpful, and like I have a loom that's nicer than that. Hi, Pengu. But for like the, do I want a new hobby? I would like to not, you know, like I would not want to spend any money on new hobby before I, you know, try new hobby. So C-clamps are just, you know, 50 cents at Home Depot, so that makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it probably depends on kind of how socially distancey you are, because Camelot has like a very large, yeah, you know, I have a string problem, so fiber hobbies all around. But yeah, if you are willing to like hang out, I don't know, with a mask in a large space, we can do it in Camelot indoors pretty easily. Or we can, you know, wait until outside, but that's true. Because you are, well, it can't be like more than an hour away, right? Because I think the states are all pretty small around here. I don't want to mention like where you live or where I live exactly. But also, we should talk about this offline and figure it out. Because like we can do it on video, but it is much, much easier in person. And also like normally I would be like, I can just come over to you, but you have cats, which is like death to Honest. So yes, sorry. All right, well, I guess we'll find out like how much Tabby likes me. Oh, so Pengu, I got some good commentary from Tabby, in that she likes me at least a bit. I also have a separate save where I tell her about the strike. I don't get to hang out with her if I tell her about the strike in advance, but I saved that separately because I want to follow that and see where that goes. Also, I got the, whatever achievement that was. Oh, that was the achievement I got for, in the separate save, Pinkerton, to give her the heads up about the strike. Oh, can I? Okay, great. Great. Okay. All right. I am going to ask if, yeah, is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Well, why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. What if the others are passed out in Oscar's house or somewhere deeper in the library? I know you like to play hero, but us getting those kids out of the mine last night was dumb luck, and we shouldn't have done it. At the very least, we shouldn't push our luck here. Going back for them won't do them any good. If they're not outside or in the library, we'll call the cops and let them take care of it. We don't want to wind up passing out again. We're of no use to anyone like that. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drift on the breeze. This? Do you see that creature behind the thorns? Oh, see, there's the goat again. Oh, Pengu, you weren't here for when I was pointing out that the painting that was on the ground and missing when we are in this nonsense is the unicorn tapestry painting. And Puka was pointing out that, hey, unicorns like dispel magic and purify things and stuff. Ooh, mysterious. Anyway, here we've got a goat, which with knowing what's in chapter 4 is like weird. Oh, and there's a unicorn head. So there's a statue wearing a unicorn head here, and a goat, and the ditchling. Yeah, so here, let me show you this. Yeah, see that, Pengu? That's the unicorn tapestry. So that's what that painting in the wall on the wall is. Yeah, there's just all kinds of fun symbology here. Anyway, back to this. Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Excuse me? It was just normal cream soda, and you had it hours ago. This has nothing to do with me. Okay, I need to not say that. Because I don't think I actually should be implying that she's some kind of weird stoner. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's got to be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Ah! God damn it, it still jump scares me. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadow arises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Yeah, Stella, it's us. Quit being weird. Oh, yeah, well, maybe. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You gotta be kidding me. Wasn't that our great-grandmother's name? Yes, and Stella knows that. Quit messing with us, Stella. It's not funny. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone, and you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Am I supposed to have memorized lines or something? Maybe this is all part of one of Stella's videos. I hope it is. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up. This is getting old real fast. I agree. We should try to find an exit or something. I've had enough. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you come back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella, I promise. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Ha, yeah, well, they're being marionetted. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. Okay, I don't know. Pengu, which one do I want to choose to, like, make her like me? For safety. Okay. Should I pick it? Should I pick it? Okay. We should hold hands for safety, not because either of us is scared. Dot, dot, dot. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us getting separated. Yeah, totally. She takes your hand. It trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, all right? The two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Okay. So we have a bunch of ditchlings, a bloody mind pick, a ghost completely shut up with a goat completely shut out with arrows, marionette, a cross, another cross, like weird cherub, our friend the ghost. So here's the thing. I think actually they're just marionette tups. All of them. No. No, this is the order. You get Stella, then you get this one, if you have the kids along with you. Then you have Zane and Oscar. Then I think you have the witch. And then after the witch you have the presence or whatever it is. If you have all those people. Because if you leave the Alexis in the mine and you don't invite Tabitha or Zane, I need to still do that because that's an achievement. No. No, there's only one instance of the witch. Stella in the garden is the first one. Okay. Yeah, but I've done this without Zane and without Tabitha, but I've not done it without Alexis, I think, because I don't have a save that leaves the kids in the mine. At least I don't think I do. I'm not sure. Alright, I need to do, like, I need to pick which set of traits is going to be my total asshole run and do that. Alright, I need to finish this in the next 23 minutes, too, because I have a date at 10 o'clock. Okay. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Oh yeah, my previous run, I called the cops. They thought I was pranking them. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Yeah. Junior, pack your things. Quickly. Hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail too. Make an example of the whole family. I will have to rescue you again. You continue listening to the scene. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Oh, do you have something to say? Do you know something? I shouldn't have to spell it out for you. We talked about the collapse yesterday. You know the name of the guy who did it. We were inside the mine in question. Put it together yourself. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Maybe the ghost is trying to tell us something about the collapse. Maybe Charles Shaw wasn't the only one responsible. Our family owns the mine, after all. No way we're free from guilt, right? Stuff that happened a century ago is irrelevant. You and I had nothing to do with it. You're right. The ghost should really just let it go. Hear that, ghost? It's ancient history. Get over it. Trust me, boy, the coppers aren't coming here tonight. What makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. People keep talking to us. What are we supposed to be? We've been called Charlie twice now. We're probably to be the same person we were in the last room. So we've got to be playing the ghost, right? Back when it was alive. This must be right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died, and we're in hell. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we are not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. Okay, so the witch is next. You're outside, and it's night, a false moon looming massively in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Adverdeen, haven't you? Tabby and MC descendant from Eddie. Well, so definitely Eddie. These scenes are all scattered. Seems like at least one was some kind of childhood memory, and this one must be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? So, Edwardine and Charlie? Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you, but it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. Or at least descendant from the same damn witch. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather? He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. Besides that, I don't actually know much about the man. What happened to our parents? We talked about this. Assuming this ghost is Charlie, its parents were driven out of town after the Shaw mine collapse. Were you not paying attention? It's in the same family line, and I have also wondered if maybe Sybil is that old. Yeah, I also wondered that. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika mimes handing you something through her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I don't trust whoever this lady is. She's got some kind of ulterior motive. Agreed. Clearly these dudes should never have taken whatever she just handed him. Anybody who did is a sucker. That's where you'll find them. You need her there, then read what I've written down, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. Oh no! I wasn't paying attention and I couldn't pause it. Creepy. And pizza. Every time I see the pizza ad, I get hungry. Just because, like, it's always, like, right in my face and stuff. Shockflation. Okay, you're back? Yay. Okay. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay. Let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas. I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh, with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? I see you have a new veil. Yes, Sin Eater's great. It's only a bit of cloth, easy enough to replace, though I ask you don't try to take it again, for your own sake. I don't think you want to see what's underneath. Oh no, I really do. Tabitha grabs your arm, her grip tight and nervous. We're leaving. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Pips. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Yeah. Stella. Tabitha, who the hell is he? If you see it again, ignore it, or better yet, run away. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out. Well, at least she's not barfing. She was barfing before. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. Figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry these troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Oscar, I'm so sorry. This looks especially painful, like on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying, I wonder if he can even hear us. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, that's... what bullshit. Yeah, I'm on that team too. People really need to learn how to let things go. This man killed himself. Our family had nothing to do with it. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept what he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still. My emotes do that. I have emote wall. So, like, if I do, like, emote, 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 they'll go, boingy, boingy, boingy around eventually. Though, man, imagine if Sam Wayne isn't dead and is just like a horrified consciousness inside a decaying body. He can no longer control... Okay, that's gross. Thanks for that gross image. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with this history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I am no murderer. Do you think that's why he was getting close to Edwardine? I don't know. I guess it's possible. But it doesn't look like it panned out. Damn it, boy. I may not have till morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. Yeah, let's just be silent here. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Great. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall. So now we have a goat riding a horse and a unicorn in a tower. Interesting. A small castle sits off to the one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again? How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Okay, who is this? You keep asking me things that like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. I don't think it's at all useful to actually accuse her of knowing, but on the other hand, like, I really want to. Yeah, but it doesn't look like it's rescuing the unicorn. It kind of looks like it's attacking the unicorn. She just, yeah, okay. No useful info. Okay, then I won't, because I don't want to. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if any of this did happen, who's to say this is even close to an accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner, another victim of the Scarlet's lies, like you, Charles Shaw. I'm betting that's Teddy. Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? Yeah, Enoch's brother, who died in the mines, in the collapse. Died in the collapse. Wait in silence. You quietly wait for the spirit to continue. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. And oh well, oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Tabitha's eyes go wide. Fruit as in... Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. You know, you don't have to keep dangling here. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Okay, I need to just let Steve know that I'll be a couple of minutes late. Okay. Back to where we were. Okay. The world around you swirls, you and Tabitha find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Tabitha, let's just leave this scene. I don't want to be here. Stop talking. We might miss something. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Remain silent. You maintain your silence. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. Yeah, this is the healthy legs is why I think it's Teddy. Because, like, his legs were all crushed up in the mine. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? What is it with this town and everybody wanting to go to the beach? Oh my god. Yeah. There's the beach again. A lot of people around these parts seem obsessed with that place. You've been talking to the witch, then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella? This is like being stuck in some sort of soap opera. Let's hope this one doesn't last 20 seasons. We have to be nearing the climax, right? Yeah, but I think it's more supernatural than that. How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Are we related to Charlie? No, and I know that for a fact. Even if we can trust what we've seen here, I'm sure Grandma Eddie just miscarried or something, right? Come on. The quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. Right, there's that. I don't think so, but... You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you, and unperceptible murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Ugh, I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Guess we're supposed to be kids now. Yeah, I guess this is before everything else we saw. Hopefully that means it's almost over. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Oh my god, this is my favorite. Even possessed Stella's out there trying to monetize hobbies. This is hilarious. You remain silent. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Again with the beach. Look, we live in a state with some of the most gorgeous beaches, and we're stuck up on the hills. I know the mountains are pretty, but of course folks who live up here would want to get away to someplace that's complete opposite, right? Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. That was terrifying. ... There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. He really liked marionettes. And Gretchen looks like a Thanksgiving turkey. All trust him. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trapdoor in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. This is the maximum number of people. And the minimum number of people is no Avery, no Tabitha, and no Alexis. Do you think it's over? I don't think it's over until we go through that trapdoor. Which one of us is going to open it? No, okay. I feel like it's important to say the right things here. Ah, crap. I don't think that was the right thing. Go back. Because I did not, like, actually mean to click on that. Well, okay. Yes. I also think admitting feelings is fine, but I'm specifically trying to get to a specific point, and only Pengu knows which way I should go. Do I say I'm opening it? Do I open it? Do I tell her to open it? Do I tell her I'm scared? I don't know. Just say you're gonna open it, yeah. I'm opening it. You carefully step towards the trapdoor. It creaks open all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. Okay, so we've got here a goat and wolves. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? Oh, she's crying and also bashing his skull in. Doo-doo-doo. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? Well, all of your friends, honey. Ugh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? You let the spirit continue. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please, I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What? What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it's absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. There's a very specific trait that lets you do that. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. Tabitha is right. This is bullshit. We're not giving you a goddamn thing. But a spirit ignores you and your cousin's protestations. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. I hope I didn't come too late. Mom? Well, I didn't want to just outright say it, but yeah. I still think Booksmart and Mystic is like the way to go with this game. We don't know what chapter Mystic will be the key trait for, but it does give you more in each of the visions. Hey, Ronell! I'm only going until the end of this chapter, so very, very soon I will be done, but welcome. All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. I love that she's wearing slippers. 7, yeah, you might be right. Or it might be that it's not in any chapter, because remember, like, it's just kind of important throughout. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that our problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. Yeah, it's true. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I am not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. Okay. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. You take a step towards the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Hibbs, what are you doing? Okay. Help me, Pengu. Which one should I take? Like, that's what family is for, is definitely an option. Okay, yeah, because I think that's like the one that I'm... No, I am not going to actively guilt trip her. It's okay, Tabitha. This is what family is for, right? No, I'm not letting something like that happen to you. Let's get this over with. Oh, yay! She was good enough friends with me. I have not seen this at all. This has never happened to me before. As Tabitha steps into the spotlight, everything crashes to black. I did it! I did it! Did it! Puka, your question is answered in chapter 4. Where the goat was before, there's now like a devil mask. Interesting. A little sheepy. Rosalina's room with her like teen boy posters. She's 13, makes sense. Ah, gross. Poor skull-crushed Charlie. You come to in a basement. It's cold and wet, and a mound of dirt sits before you. Oh my God. Tabitha's hand breaks through the dirt. She claws her way out of the ground, gasping for breath. It's for the best, dear. Tabitha, are you okay? Your cousin doesn't say anything in response. Is she okay, Sybil? She's in shock right now. Having a spirit rip out a part of you isn't exactly a pleasant experience. She should recover, though, mostly. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. See, she'll be fine. Tabitha mutters something under her breath. You'll be fine, dear. Just be sure to drink plenty of tea. Why her? She invited you here. It didn't seem right that you should bear that kind of burden for the both of you. Yeah. She just really has it out for Tabitha. Let's look into the pit. Oh, look here, dead Charlie. And the goat head with the wolves. You step forward to peer into the pit your cousin clawed her way out of. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. The spirit's remains are down there, I assume. Yeah, there's a stone carving of some sort down there, too, just like the one I saw at the mines last night. Fascinating. Perhaps it's linked to what happened here. Regardless, I'll make sure the body gets a proper burial. How did you get in here? Spirits like this are predictable. Once I understood what it wanted, it wasn't too difficult to see through its illusions. Come on, Tabitha, let's get out of here. Tabitha stumbles to her feet and walks with you to the stairs. The ghost wasn't lying about wanting years of her life. The lines on her face now mark your cousin as on the cusp of middle age. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm parked just over there. Let's head back. I feel like shit. I haven't found that yet. Tabitha doesn't wait for a response, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out, too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm going to be hurting for a few days at least. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe, and besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure you have that much of a grasp on real and unreal? Probably Tisane. Probably. I don't think it's actually tea. Pibbs, is it? I can't believe Tabitha stole my big heroic moment. It's an herbal infusion. You know, a Tisane. I knew that Tabitha had a heart of gold buried somewhere under all the coal dust and grumpiness. I'd say I didn't believe it happened, but she looks awful right now. I don't know what to say. Tell her she has my deepest gratitude, and that I'm so sorry. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to her. And I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. I can't believe I let any of you go in there. How could I have been so careless? You couldn't have known what was going to happen, Oscar. None of us could have known. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things will start getting better from here. Is Stella okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's just standing off by herself. It'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who had just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Pibbs. I'm here if you need me. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Oh god, no. Ad again? They're not supposed to be this frequent. Stupid ad. Let me know when you're back. I'm gonna go check in on... Back. Okay. Should we go after her? Nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. It goes double for you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. There's another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for the tomorrow. Pibbs, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. I mean, they're kind of soft, right? They probably wouldn't be that hard to crush. Maybe. There was someone else in there, but that's my house. Rosalind and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Pibbs for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. I should head back with Tabitha. And I should probably head back inside. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Yeah, basically. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will, thank you. All of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions about everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Pibbs. Oh yeah, this is the run where I did not drink the tea. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the two of us now. Okay, but I don't actually want to talk to you, so... I'm sorry, I didn't know things would be like this. Are you kidding? That was incredible. You were incredible. And judging from the looks of things, Tabitha, surprisingly enough, was incredible. Not many people would have done what she did back there. I know it wasn't exactly the kind of evening we thought it'd be, but that was the kind of experience I think a lot of people would kill for. My body hurts, my soul is unsettled, but I would honestly do it all over again. Thanks, Bibbs. I really appreciate you inviting me along. Anyway, I'd better head home and get some rest. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. And tell Tabitha I hope she feels better soon. See you around, Pibbs. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent. Okay, it's 10:20. I have to go. Like, I seriously have to go. So, I think I'm going to have to finish the chapter at some other time. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's saved. I can now quit. I'm going to go run. I will talk to folks later, okay? Bye.